Good morning, fellow aviators, aviation fans, airplane junkies and pilots. It's quite another exotic episode. Believe it or not, right now I am in no man's land. I am exactly in the United Nations buffer zone between the two states in Cyprus. Yeah, and what's up today is, we're heading to Larnaca International Airport. We're meeting Dimos, who's a local firefighting pilot legend and veteran. And yeah, have a short sightseeing flight in a Tecnam P2006T. I think it's gonna be awesome, so stay tuned. Special cars, rare bikes and airplanes. This is what drives me. I'm Philip and I'm the Driven Aviator. Welcome to my channel. Just to prove my statement, guys. Now, this is exactly 200 meters away from our house. This is no man's land. This white building over there is the United Nations helipad. This tower over there is the sanctuary of the Greek forces. And this tower over there is the sanctuary of the Turkish forces. And right behind it you can see a radome, which is one of the largest above the horizon radars in the world. It's a station of the UK forces, which are still present on this island. This place is crazy, guys. And just in case you still have any doubts, look at that sign. Okay guys, anyways, we're here for flying, for aviation, so now I'm heading to the airport and see you soon in Larnaca International Airport. 1 minute ago I was in Cyprus, now I'm in the United Kingdom. Accidentally drove into the area of the sovereign base, Agios Nikolaos I think it's called. And yeah, it's crazy. So the houses look British. There are big fences around, the big fire station. Unfortunately, no chance to get you some view of the above the horizon radar station, which is pretty huge and impressive. It's behind those hills over there. They have a power of 1 megawatts and I think an estimated range of 1,000 to 3,000 kilometers. So yeah, obviously you can, with this radar you can detect like deep into Africa and up to Northern Europe, which is insane. Finally, there we are, Larnaca International Airport. On the left, you can see the famous flamingos in the Larnaca Salt Lake. Nice, isn't it? Now we're talking. Finally back at some airport. I love that feeling, guys. So the history of Larnaca Airfield is quite interesting. I think it was used as a small military airfield before, but in 1974, when the Cyprus conflict or the Cyprus War broke out, Nicosia Airport was closed overnight. And yeah, the Greek part of Cyprus was looking for a new airfield. So yeah, that is why Larnaca is now the main airport of this island. So even though it doesn't seem so, he is one of the most important guys in Cyprus aviation. Welcome to Dimos. Dimos, you're always busy and always smoking.
Yeah, smoking is a bad habit, avoid it.
Yeah, but you were a firefighting pilot, so you seat fire and then extinguish it?
Yeah, that was at some stage of my life, a project that I have done for 5 years.
How was it?
Interesting, you know, different than other kind of flying.
Yeah.
It was just flying though, again, it was just flying.
Is it challenging? Like with all these steep approaches?
Yeah, it's challenging, yeah. You go over the airport, you don't have an approach plate.
Yeah.
You have to plan your approach and you have to plan also a go around, so you are never going for landing.
Yeah.
And during the go around, you leave behind you 30% of your weight. So
sounds interesting.
From that point of view, it's more simple, even because all the other go-arounds was not able to drop 30% of the weight of the aircraft. So, yeah, it was different.
What planes were you flying in firefighting?
Thrush 550.
Okay.
Single engine turbine tailwheel aircraft. Of an airline, a lot of training, banner towing, parachute dropping, Yeah, I have done all the things, firefighting, crop dusting, all the things
Wow.
a civil pilot can do. Just show off now. Let me just something that I got today from my DRS students near.
Wow.
I'm just going to try it. It's not so cold here in Cyprus like all the rest of the world, so yep.
That looks good.
Yeah, it looks good, and I even have the logo here of the pigeon.
So it's his flight school, Pigeon Aviation, in case you can see the logo over there. So now you can fly to Siberia.
No. I'm not flying to Siberia. Yeah. I would love to have the opportunity at some stage to do some bush flying in Canada, though.
Yeah.
Or maybe in Africa.
I have a bush plane, we can do it together.
I will have to plan a trip.
I invite you.
Okay. That's interesting. We're going to do that.
Okay. You have heard that. You're also dealing with Tecnams?
Yeah, I'm the dealer of Tecnam in Cyprus the last 5 years. Time, you know, also multi-engine, you have flown it.
Yep.
Single engines, they have solution for all the schools. The time we did our commercial license, we have left as a print in the atmosphere around 60 tons of emissions.
Okay.
A student that is doing his training now with the same fleet is leaving 6 tons of emissions.
6.
So that's you know, that's a print. Yeah, that we need to do something for the next generations that will live in this planet.
I can't relate to that because of the twin bonanza, but
yeah. You cannot relate. You're one of those guys that you are burning just said 160 liters to fly around.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Some people are keeping the aviation history alive, and you know, some people are moving to the next century. It's simple as that.
Yep. I forgot the most important thing of Demos. If you like coffee, as I do, you might remember, this is the best coffee at this side of the airport. You get the better. I'm so sorry you can't smell it and taste it. I will do that for you. It's true. Best coffee of the whole of the airport, not only on this side. So why is the Tecnam so special? Well, at first, it is either the or one of the lightest twins ever built. So this thing has an empty weight of under 800 kilograms, which is lighter than my single engine Yak 52. And yeah, this is a pretty interesting configuration because it's also equipped with some very lightweight engines. It's no Lycoming, no Continental or something like that. There are 2 Rotax engines in there. So each one producing 95 horsepower. That makes a plane which is extremely fuel efficient. I think you can compare it even to a Cessna 172. So we have a twin engine aircraft with the fuel efficiency of a single engine aircraft. Kind of nice. So aviation lovers should be happy at this place. So we have the DA42 here. We have the rotting 20-year-old, not 20-year-old, I think it's more like 60 years old, but it's rotting since 20 years old. This nice Queen Air, it's a shame to be honest. Maybe I should save the engines, I could use it for my twin bonanza. We have a huge 747 freighter in the background. We have the Airbus A400M in the background. Look at this Piper Navajo. So in terms of optics, this thing looks pretty damn fast. I absolutely love the look of this thing. This is perfect for your daily dose of aviation. Daily dose of aviation is not yet finished, guys. We have a nice Chinook getting up in the air over there. Very distinctive sound. I love a Chinook. For those of you guys who are interested in some very unique stories, I have one for you. Demos told me about like 5 minutes ago. So you see that call sign right behind me? Following story might have something to do with those 3 letters at the back. So listen, 5 years ago there was a guy from the US bringing a single engine Bonanza from Texas to Larnaca right here in a 56-hour trip alone. No one else was there with him. So this guy took training with Demos and he was coming at the airport day by day. Every day he came here, he took this plane, he took off into the Limassol training area and he came back. Day for day for day for day. And he repeated this for a few weeks. So yeah, it was kind of strange. Nobody knew about this guy, and yeah, so there were no special signs. He was just acting normal, and yeah, but it was kind of strange to take this much of flight training. During that time, there's a power station right behind the airport, like 15 kilometers on the coastline, which is serving 80% of the electricity of Cyprus. And at that power station, they had 98 containers with explosives. There was one problem. Those explosives were wooden. They were sitting in the sun, and yeah, someday there was a huge explosion. Some of you guys may remember the explosion in Beirut a few years ago, which was huge, and you were seeing these shock waves. The same size of explosion happened here on Cyprus. So it took off nearly the whole electricity of the island. There was a huge shock waves, windows bursting lots of kilometers away. And you know what? The guy from Texas with the Bonanza, he just disappeared that day. He just sent the last message like, yeah, he has another job, he's moving to France, and no one ever saw him again. So you can assume what he was doing there, but yeah, I just show you those 3 letters. Interesting story, nevertheless. Guys, yeah, there's never an airport where you don't meet any interesting people. So this guy, by the way, what is your name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
He's from Israel and he told me a lot of crazy stories. He just showed me a video of a Hezbollah drone which was followed by a Apache fighting helicopter and destroyed. So crazy times in Israel right now. I'm happy that you're alive.
Thank you.
And happy that you're here. So aviation world is small, even though the story I heard or I told right now is kind of a sad story. Because Dimos told me he was waiting on a German guy that bought a Boeing Stearman in the UK to bring it to Cyprus for wing walking and sightseeing flights. And yeah, the guy didn't respond anymore. And the sad thing is, in September when I was visiting Walter Kampsmann in Germany for my aerobatic rating, he told me a guy that took off in a Boeing Stearman in the fog and ended up in a wind turbine. Yeah, with his daughter killed and himself seriously injured. It was unfortunately exactly this guy. All right, folks, that was our little episode of flying from Larnaca International Airport. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to get up onto my next flying adventure with you guys together. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you soon on Driven Aviator channel. Bye bye.
Driven hard in the clouds, fly so high, shout it loud.